Hey guys, what is up? It's Legion Gaming here, and we are back today with another episode of our Mass Effect Legendary Edition Let's Play on Insanity difficulty. In the last episode, we completed the collector ship mission, where we know lured into a trap by the collectors. They basically shut their ship down and used a Turian distress beacon to lure us onto the ship, and we were able to discover, after being on the ship, that the Protheans are actually the collectors, and they were modified by the Reapers to kind of go around and do their bidding. Now, we also found out that in order to complete our mission at the end of the game and go through the Omega-4 relay successfully, that we'll need one of the Reaper IFFs. So, we now have the ability to do that quest. If we so desire, you can go pick it up right now. I do not recommend that, because once you do that, it will start a timer. Your crew will be attacked and they will be abducted, and then if you go and have all of these quests that you're trying to do, then your crew is like slowly getting killed off basically the entire time. So really want to hold off and do the IFF absolutely last. But for right now, we have a few loyalty missions left. Basically is the only thing that we have left to do now. The next thing that we're going to be doing is getting Samara's Ardat-Yakshi quest, and then afterwards we'll probably be doing either Tali or Garrus. I did do a little bit of research, and I purchased another tech damage upgrade to bring us to 5 for 5. The research is that it was, I believe, assault rifle damage. Maybe not. Then I did another Metagel upgrade, and then because we got the damage protection upgrade on the collector base and research it, we were able to do the hard shields, which reduces damage taken by our shields by 20 or 30%, so really good stuff. I also went and got us some more upgrades on Ilium. We're saving up now to buy a $90,000 upgrade for more damage reduction that you can get on Ilium after you've completed the collector base mission. But like I said, let's go ahead and get on into Samara's questline. It's kind of interesting, but it's hers, and I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think hers is actually the only one that doesn't have any combat in it whatsoever out of the loyalty missions, but let's go ahead and talk to her.
I must ask for your help. That is not easy for me.
Take your time.
It's all right. Just tell me what you need.
When we met on Ilium, I told you about a very dangerous person I was pursuing. Using the information you obtained, I have located her. She's been going by the name Morinth. I would like to apprehend her before she disappears again.
Why the urgency?
Didn't you say you'd pick up her trail after our mission?
I know where she is, right now. In a month, she may be gone. This is the best opportunity I've ever had.
What's the location?
Where is she?
Omega, a nightclub called Afterlife, which seems a perfect place for her to hunt.
Why is this so important to you?
How important is this?
Killing her has been my focus for 400 years. It is the most important thing in my life, and the reason I became a Justicar.
So just, a little perspective here. Remember that basically the Asari and the Krogan are, I believe, the longest lived species in the Mass Effect universe. So 400 years is quite a long time to be sitting there hunting one single person, because obviously that would be 4 whole lifetimes for us. So she obviously cares about this a great deal, and you will find out why exactly in just a second.
Tell me about her.
She is an Ardat-Yakshi. It is a term from a dead Asari dialect. It means demon of the night winds, but that is mythology. She is simply a very dangerous woman who kills without mercy.
Why the special name?
So is an Ardat-Yakshi a special kind of murderer?
Morinth suffers a rare genetic disorder. When she mates with you, there is no gentle melding of nervous systems. She overpowers yours, burns it out, hemorrhages your brain. You end up a mindless shell, and soon after, you are dead.
Why the obscurity?
Why isn't this ever mentioned in Asari literature or art?
When we were primitive, there was much fascination with Ardat-Yakshi. Some cultures worshipped them as gods of destruction. Now the Asari have a place in the galaxy, and they don't wish this defect to be widely known. As far as I know, only 3 exist today. 2 chose a life of seclusion. The 3rd ran.
Morinth.
She ran, and I am sworn to kill her.
Killing because of genes?
So you hunt down these Asari just because they're born with a genetic condition?
It manifests with maturity. When one is diagnosed, she is offered the chance to live in seclusion and comfort. If she refuses, it shows her addiction to the ecstasy she gets from killing her mates. There is no redemption for such a person.
Why the compulsion?
Can't she abstain?
Each encounter gives her strength. The effect is narcotic. The more she does it, the more she needs to do it. She will never stop. She can't.
I can see why she's dangerous.
This is definitely worthy of your full attention.
She confuses her victims, twists their feelings. They will do anything for her favor.
Let's go get her.
We need to stop her.
Thank you, Commander. There are no words to express what this means to me. There is one thing more. This creature, this monster. She is my daughter.
And that is why she spent 400 years hunting her down and tracking her. Because as you can imagine, being a Justicar who's sworn to uphold and defend justice, if your daughter's over there running amok, obviously running around killing random innocent people, you feel pretty guilty about that. Samara, I'm so sorry.
I cannot imagine what this is like for you.
I do not want pity, Shepard. I do not accept it. My daughter's condition is my fault, and my redemption lies in killing her. Do not pity me. Simply understand my situation.
Tell me more.
How did all this happen?
I spent my youth on the move, adventuring. I killed people, mated with them, or just danced the night away. I learned so much, experienced so much, and then my matron days came. I could finally sit back, bask, and enjoy my family. But in one moment, it was all taken away.
That must have been hard.
It sounds terrible.
I sat in a med lab while a nearsighted doctor droned at me, and I learned that nothing was as I thought it would be. I gave up all that I possessed. I own nothing, claim nothing. All my knowledge will die with me. Now my purpose is to destroy my own children.
I understand.
Those moments change.
And I've hundreds of years left to live with that. I say too much. Forgive me. Help me find my long-lost daughter. And kill her.
We'll get her.
We'll go find Morinth.
Then we are also going to come on over here and talk to Thane as well. The reason that we're doing these is so that we can go ahead and max out our Paragon. Once we do, I'm hoping anyways, once we do Samara and Tallies, that will be maxed up, and then we should be able to go ahead and do the Shadow Broker DLC. But once we finish that up, that's when we'll do, you know, Jax, Morden's, Grunts, everybody else's. And then we'll be good to go for the Reaper IFF. But what's going on, Thane?
Do you need something?
I want to talk about you.
Have a few minutes to talk?
If you wish.
The last time we talked, you started speaking about a past event, as if you were watching it.
Drell have perfect memories. We can relive any moment in our lives with perfect clarity. It's difficult to control at times. Some of us disappear into, let's call it solipsism.
What's solipsism?
What do you mean solipsism?
When a memory feels as real as life, it's as valid as life. Thinking about a moment brings back the smell of cut grass, the warmth of another's hand on yours, the taste of another's tongue in your mouth. Wouldn't you rather lose yourself in such a memory than spend the night alone, staring at walls of metal and plastic?
What about bad memories?
Isn't there a risk that you could lose yourself in bad memories as well?
Of course. Remembering the times I've taken bullets is unpleasant. But I can look at my knee and see it's not shattered. The memories that are hard to escape are those of despair.
What about your other memories?
You can remember everything that happened in your life?
Nearly. I expect if we remembered the birth trauma, we'd never recover from it.
So you remember every hit?
You can relive every assassination you've ever made?
In perfect detail. Every mistake I made. Every target's last breath.
Every pang of guilt?
That sounds difficult. At any moment you could relive the guilt.
Guilt? No. I've never felt any particular guilt about my contracts. My employers killed them. My body was only the tool they used. If you kill a man with your gun, do you hold the gun responsible?
My gun doesn't have free will.
My gun can't decide right from wrong. You clearly do.
My soul does. But my body is merely flesh. Flesh whose reflexes were honed to kill. Drell minds are different from humans. We see our body as a vessel, and accept that it is not always under our control.
That's irresponsible.
So you don't assume any responsibility for the things you do?
Not every action performed by my body is a result of conscious choices. I take responsibility for those that are. Humans often believe in a soul distinct from the body. A spirit responsible for moral reasoning that lives on after the body's death. Our belief is just a bit more literal.
That memory you had before.
The last time we talked, you remembered one of your assassinations. Something about sunset-colored eyes?
That time. Laser dot trembles on the skull. Spice on the spring wind. Sunset eyes, defiant in the scope. A bystander noticed my spotting laser and threw herself between me and the target. She couldn't see me, but she stared me down.
That was unique.
It was odd that you just blurted that out. Just another vivid draw memory?
No. She was a vivid person.
So what happened?
Did you take the shot?
Not that day.
I have to go.
I should get back to my duties.
Shepard, I appreciate these chats we have.
You're lonely.
You've spent a lot of your life alone, Thane.
Work fulfilled me. Reading. I barely spoke to anyone outside my family. It seems there will be no one to mourn me when I die. You're the only friend I've made in 10 years.
You're a good man, Thane.
The rest of us lose as much as you do when you hold yourself apart.
I found it difficult to sit in the ship's mess for meals. I'm used to keeping my back against a wall, facing the doors. I'm trying to relax. Find my center.
So, really interesting conversation there with Thane. As you guys can see, he has quite a bit going on there. I'm gonna go ahead and just do a little quick save here before this conversation.
Commander, what can
You
I
have
do?
a minute, Miranda?
Of course. I'd been meaning to speak with you, in fact. I wanted to apologize. I didn't fully believe you'd be up to the task, and it seems I was wrong. Frankly, based on what I've seen, I wish Cerberus had recruited you earlier.
Cerberus is wrong.
I trust you, but I don't trust Cerberus. Your experiments crossed the line.
All the time, yes. But I recall a Spectre who crossed a few lines while hunting down Saren and the Geth. And we'd be lucky to have you. Too many join us out of simple xenophobia. We need more people here for the right reasons.
What about Jack?
What was Cerberus trying to prove by experimenting on children like Jack?
A mistake, no question. Not mine. And one that was corrected once we discovered the extent of the experiments being performed.
Why do you like Cerberus?
With your intelligence, you could have landed any job you wanted. Why choose this?
Because I still envy the time Morden spent with the Special Tasks Group, working with people as smart as he was. Cerberus never tells me that something is impossible. They give me my resources and say do it. And they've given you even more. A new life, a new ship, the elusive man's personal attention.
just do this.
The best thing he did was to put you on my squad.
You'd have done fine without me. I may not have believed it before, but I don't have what you do. That fire that makes someone willing to follow you into hell itself. My father got me the best jeans money could buy. Guess it wasn't enough.
You always bring that up.
You always bring up your genetic tailoring. It really bothers you, doesn't it?
This is what I am, Shepard. I can't hide it. The intelligence, the looks, even the biotics. He paid for all of that. Every one of your accomplishments is due to your skill. The only things I can take credit for are my mistakes.
You're hard to compliment.
I can't admire your body or your mind? You give your father too much credit. Yeah, he gave you gifts.
Oh, thank you. Perhaps I wouldn't mind if you admired my body.
Alright, and so then, obviously, this is why I saved us, because I couldn't remember the exact conversation, even though I've played this game a lot. So, here's the point where you basically, if you romanced anybody in ME1, where you kind of have to decide, do you want to stay, faithful to them, or change? But obviously, we not gonna be romancing Miranda, so nah, we're not doing this, fam.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it that way. We need to stay professional. Keep our focus.
Yes, you're right. This is too important for anything to cause friction. Thank you for coming by, Commander.
Miranda, how did you get back to that chair so fast? So, as you can see, we've still got 8 Paragon. I'm pretty sure that you can just come back and talk to her at any point if you want to, or if you mess up the conversation or anything like that, but you can always just do what I did and save right before. Oh yeah, I need to talk to Garrus so we can get his loyalty mission as well. And then we'll go to Omega and start doing Samara's mission.
Shepard, I'm glad you came by. I've got something. I may need your help. You remember Sidonus, the one who betrayed my team? I found a lead on him. There's a specialist on the Citadel named Fade. He's an expert at helping people disappear. Sidonus was seen with him.
Sidonus?
What are you planning to do when you find him?
You humans have a saying, an eye for an eye, a life for a life. He owes me 10 lives, and I plan to collect.
That's what you want?
You sure that's how you want to play it?
I'm sure. I don't need you to agree with me, but I'd like your help.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Where do we find Fade?
I've arranged a meeting. We'll meet him in a warehouse near the Neon Markets down on Zakera Ward. Thanks, Shepard. I appreciate you taking the time to help me.
So, if you guys remember back to our ME1 playthrough, that kind of harkens back to the way that Garrus felt before he met us, where he was very much a, well, this is, ex-criminal did this, so I'm going to do A, B, C, D, E, F, everything all the way to X in order to catch them, and it doesn't matter, I just want to bring the person in, regardless of, what he has to do for the consequences or anything like that, and extract, justice, right? And I think you kind of see that with him naming himself Archangel, and kind of being a Punisher-esque character on Omega, right? So hopefully we can, talk to him and kind of get him to see a little bit of reason when we do his loyalty mission. Here are some emails that we've been holding off on. This is the email from Oriana to her. And we'll just mark it as read. You guys can pause the screen if you want to read any of them. This is one of the survivors from Jacob's loyalty mission who is eating the food. This is the detective that was with Samara. Chairman Burns is the guy that we saved who was taken hostage by biotics. This is just a little spam marketing email from Moreland, who you guys remember was one of the shopkeepers down there and was actually involved with that quest for Dr. Michelle when she was getting blackmailed. Then Kate Bowman here, if you guys don't remember, she was in Bring Down the Sky, or Bringing Down the Sky, I think was what it was called, where you have to go on the mission that was going to blow up Terra Nova and everything like that. But let's get on over here to... Why did I just go back to the same spot? Get over to Omega. And then in case you guys haven't noticed, whenever it says help, it usually is doing a loyalty mission for somebody, as opposed to the dossier missions. It's, you know, dossier whichever character it is. But this mission's pretty simple and straightforward once you've actually done it once before. When you haven't done it before, you're kind of just like saving and hoping that you don't mess up, because it's a lot of dialogue based stuff. Like I said, it's one of the few missions that actually has no combat in it for the loyalty missions. Let's see. We will do Thane and Samara. Can go ahead and put whatever points you want to put into here. We'll do the recharge time. And then we'll go ahead and do one into throw, and then we'll put the rest into her ability once we get it unlocked. But so all you have to do is go talk to Arya.
Captain Omega is too high for me to pinpoint an Ardat-Yakshi's location. However, given the reputation of Ardat-Yakshi among the Asari, Arya T'Loak may have tracked her movements.
Thank you.
Basically, if you ever have a quest on Omega, step 1 of said quest is probably going to be go talk to Arya.
You hear that? No, me neither.
What's up, buddy?
What do you need?
What can you tell me about Samara's daughter?
An Asari fugitive is hiding out here. She's an Ardat-Yakshi. We need to find her.
I knew it. Nothing leaves a body quite so empty as an Ardat-Yakshi does.
You haven't taken steps to kill her?
Why would I? She hasn't tried to seduce me. Her last victim was a young girl. Pretty thing. Lived in the tenements near here. That's where I'd start looking.
I will.
Thanks for the help.
Good luck finding her. Better luck catching her.
So then the apartments are actually pretty easy to find. You will remember back to when we had to go do the plague mission to get to Morden's clinic. Basically where you're going is that same door. There's just a little spot right before it, and that's where the apartments are at.
Come on, let me in.
So, right here.
Are you here about my daughter? My nephew died a week ago and no one seems to care. The medics said it was a brain hemorrhage, but that's not true. It was murder. Someone killed my nephew, my baby.
I believe you.
I think she was murdered too, and I'm looking for her killer.
Oh, thank you. It's so hard when no one believes you. I'm all alone now. Are you one of Arya's people?
I'm on your side.
I'm here to help. Does it matter who sent me?
No one else on this hellhole station gives a damn that my nephew is dead. If you can do something about it, I'll help you however I can.
So you can investigate and find out just a little bit of background information, but it's not really going to give you anything that's going to be all that helpful to the quest. So if you want, you can just select those dialogue options. I usually don't. Just ask if I can look around.
You mind if I examine Neff's room?
I didn't want to disturb anything. Her clothes, her art, her sculptures, everything is the way she left it. The way it will always be. My baby is gone. Thank you. I'm sorry, I just miss her so much.
It's okay. We've all suffered loss.
I know what it means to lose a daughter. I will avenge her. Thank you. Please, if it helps you find her killer, look through her things. We will be respectful.
I'll examine her things.
So, basically what you want to do here is, you can see this statue here.
A man from some gallery offered me 4 years' salary for it, but I'd never part with it.
Now,
You have a
I'm
note
sending
here.
you this hologram by the Alcor artist Forta. His work is sublime, but don't stare at it too long or you may go mad. I don't want anything bad to happen to you, love. I can't wait to hear what you think of Forta.
So then you have the diary, and then you can just listen to all of the entries.
Read the oldest entry.
Hey, diary. Cycle 34, orbit 671. There's a lot to talk about. I dropped Jarut's name, and they let me into the VIP room at Afterlife. I'm sure everyone was staring at me. Then the most beautiful Asari starts dancing near me. She moves like water, form and volume, but shifting, changing. I'm in a trance. Then I'm dancing with her. Later, we went for skewers, and I'm supposed to see her again tomorrow.
Read the middle entry.
Cycle 36, orbit 671. Am I a freak? Morinth is a girl like me, and she's definitely not human. Just when we dance and the helix is flowing through me, the way she looks at me with a hunger, a longing, no one's ever looked at me like that. We kissed tonight.
Read the newest entry.
Cycle 42, orbit 67. She's going to take me to her apartment tonight. Whatever happens, I want to be with her forever. She can sell my pieces. We can live somewhere glamorous, like the women in Vanya that Vid Morinth likes. How did this happen to me? I'm just dumb trash from Omega.
And then close it out, and basically those little bits and the things in the room give you everything you need to know on a couple of
Close the
dialogue
hologram.
choices later on
This is
here.
Morinth's work. She's attracted to artists and creators. Someone with a spark, slightly isolated from their peers. She impresses with sophistication and sex appeal. And she strikes. The hunt interests her as much as the conquest.
She sounds dangerous.
Anyone who's successfully hunted sapient beings for 400 years warrants caution.
Morinth speaks to you on many levels. Her body tells yours that she'll bring unimaginable ecstasy. Her scent evokes emotions long hidden. Her eyes promise you things you were always scared to ask of another. Her voice whispers to you after she is done speaking.
A perfect predator.
She sounds more like a highly evolved killer than a genetic defective.
The condition has been present since my people huddled around fires at night. Perhaps it is symbiotic rather than a defect. Storming her den would be a mistake. She will have 100 escape routes planned. She will go to ground and disappear for 50 years or more. This is the closest I've ever been.
We'll lay a trap for her.
So we have to lure her out.
Exactly. Shepard, you read my mind. Afterlife's VIP section seems her preferred hunting ground. You must go there alone and unarmed.
Let's go.
Time's wasting. Let's get over there.
I agree. We can talk more once we're there.
And then we'll go ahead and check these shots real quick just in case something else dropped in here. Yeah, nothing that we want there. The headshot visor would be nice, but our helmet gives us the same thing, so it should be good. Then these are all still the same items, so we won't... I guess we can check Ken's. It's just right here. But odds are it's gonna still be the same. Yeah. I think it might just be the Citadel and Ilium shops that will randomly have like new stuff after major missions. But here's the bouncer you talk to, and remember, like way back in one of the first few episodes when I said you had to wait until way later to like actually get into the VIP section through the front door. This is what you have to wait for.
What do you want?
Jarut sent me.
Someone told me the rest of Afterlife is nothing compared to this place.
Sounds like a smart person. Who was it?
Jarut.
Go on in. Word to the wise. Start a fight, we'll hurt you. Someone attacks you, it's okay to defend yourself.
He said to the guy with literally 18 gajillion guns.
You must go in alone. Marinth will be watching. Like any predator, she is cautious. You must pique her interest enough that she will approach you. When you are face to face, subtly encourage her to invite you to her apartment. I'll follow discreetly, and when you are alone, I'll spring the trap. Know this, until I get there, you are in great peril. She will be planning to inflict horrors on you. If you are not careful, you will want her to.
So you can investigate and look at all this, but it's basically just gonna go and tell you the exact same things that you already know. And I will go ahead and show you
Shepard,
like the
we only get
easiest
one
way
chance at this.
to
Any
get her.
mistake and Morinth will disappear. If you're the least bit unsure, come talk to me. I will wait here. And Shepard, thank you. I do not share this burden easily, and you are the only soul I can imagine sharing it with.
Alright. So obviously, like she said, you can come back out here and talk to her. But so easiest way to do it is by doing these 3 interactions. You want to talk to that guy, you want to dance with this girl, and then you want to go talk to the bartender over there, Edwin, and literally only have to pass like 2 speech checks. You basically are finished with the mission. It's very easy.
Don't be like that. I got cracks. We'll go back to my place. I got simple tastes.
Back off, asshole. I'm a dancer, not a hooker.
You got a mouth on you. I'll enjoy watching you use it.
Leave her alone.
The lady asked you to step away.
What the hell? I'm just looking for a good time. This isn't your business.
Good times are over.
Thanks for that. Security was asleep.
Then come do this.
Hey,
Hey!
Little dance.
I'll dance next to you. If you want to think we're dancing together, go ahead.
I do want to think that.
And then come on over here, talk to the bartender, and convince him to give everybody some free drinks. Treat your customers.
What do you have? These are good people, but they look bored. Bored people don't spend much.
And you got an idea for how I could fix that?
A round of drinks shows that you appreciate their business. Your rep will improve, and you'll make more money in the end.
Maybe worth a try once. You better be right. Listen up, everyone! We love having you here, so a round of drinks on the house!
My name is Morin. I've been watching you. You're the most interesting person in this place. I've got a booth over here in the shadows. Why don't you come sit with me? Some nights I come here and there's no one interesting to talk to. Some nights, there's just one person. Tonight it's you. Why is that?
We're alike.
You and I want the same thing.
Do we?
Free hints. Don't talk about Justicars. Don't talk about family. Just do these 3. What do you think about music?
What do you think of the music here?
Dark rhythms, violent pulses. It stirs something primitive in me. What about you?
Oh, you can do I love it all. Only you can do I don't like music. You can do my music is obscure. You're just gonna do I love it all.
Everything I hear has something good about it.
I see you're a man of strong opinions. You can lose yourself in the music here. There are ways to enhance that.
And then since, you know, she was talking about Hallex earlier.
What do you think of Hallex?
It slithers through my soul. Seems like we share some interests.
Ask her about art.
Do you know anything about art?
It speaks to the darkest places in me. What about you?
So don't do that one. It's not gonna be very good. I like the Elcor Porta.
Do you know the artist Porta?
I didn't think anyone around here knew him. He's sublime. Art comes in many varieties. I've seen vids that were more powerful than a sculpture sitting in a gallery.
What about Vienna?
Do you know Vienna?
My favorite. The two actresses on it are so glamorous.
I'll have to watch it.
Maybe we could do that together.
And then last one is travel.
I've traveled all over the galaxy.
It changes you, doesn't it?
And then say, I like the danger.
Real travel means going to dangerous places.
Where you can see and do things most people can't imagine.
Yes.
When I travel, I find myself drawn to dark, dangerous places.
Violent places?
Violence is the surest expression of power.
And then you can say power tone reward, but I usually do power strength.
If you're the strongest, you have the power.
That's certainly true. Among children.
And then do your speech check here.
Whoever wants it the most, is willing to do anything for it, has the power.
Do you want to get out of here? My apartment is nearby and I want you alone.
Now if you ask too many like wrong questions, then more they'll be like, oh, I gotta go, blah blah blah, and disappear, and then you know you get a critical mission fail. But like I said, you can always just save before every conversation that you're having, and then just try to remember your dialogue options there, or you can just watch this and follow the guide that I just gave you. You can interact with these things over here and get some little dialogue with her, so I'll show you guys that stuff real quick. Just it.
I love any game where your opponent can believe he is about to win just before you kill him. A gift from a suitor. The statue's got more personality than he did. Still, he impressed me enough that he finally got what he wanted. It didn't end the way he hoped.
Have a Hallex.
Have a Hallex if you want. But wouldn't you rather have all your senses be clear and sharp right now? I certainly do. I was into dueling for a while. I love the moment you see it in your opponent's eyes. He knows you're better, and he's going to die.
And then whenever you're ready, just go talk to her.
I love clubs. People, movement, heat. I can still hear the bass like the drums of a great hunt out for your blood. But here, it's muted, and you're safe. Is that what you want, Shepard?
Now, if you cannot pass the speech checks here, then again, critical mission fail. So that's why I highly encourage, you know, using a guide or watching the video and following along to make sure that you have the Paragon to pass the speech checks, because otherwise, you know, if you didn't save before you started the mission, then you're locked into the mission and there's nothing that you can do. Safety is a lie.
People feel safest right before they die.
It's true. We're never safe. I've never understood the fascination with safety. Some of us choose differently. Independence over submission. I think we share that, you and I.
We're not alike.
We've both killed many times, but that's where the similarities end.
Why do you say that I've killed? What do you know? Let's stop playing games. Look into my eyes and tell me you want me. Tell me you'd kill for me. Anything I want.
Well, surprise, surprise.
Don't count on it.
But you... Who are you? Oh no. I see what's going on. The bitch herself found a little helper. Marin! Mother.
Do not call me that.
I can't choose to stop being your daughter, Mother.
You made your choice long ago.
What choice? My only crime was being born with the gifts you gave me.
Enough, Morin!
I am the genetic destiny of the Asari, but they are not ready to reveal this. So I must die.
You are a disease to be purged. Nothing more.
I'm as strong as she is. Let me join you.
I am already sworn to help you, Shepard. Let us finish this.
And so now this is a pretty interesting thing, right? They actually give you the option to either kill Samara or kill Morinth. Now, you can go and kill Samara, and what Morinth will actually do is create like a mirror image, like clone basically, of Samara, and she will pretend to be Samara unless you're talking to her, and you can have like a not very fleshed out romance, and then if you ever, you know, give in to her, then you die the same way that her other victims would. So if you want to do that just to kind of see how it plays out and stuff like that, and then come back and redo the mission, more than welcome to, but we will not be doing that. We'll be killing Morinth and saving Samara.
End of the line, Morinth.
And they call me a monster.
Find peace in the embrace of the goddess. I am ready to leave this place and get on with my life. Are you ready to go as well?
Are you okay?
Do you want to talk about what happened?
Shepard, what do you think I will say? What can I say? I just killed the bravest and smartest of my daughters. There are no words. I will try another time. For now, show mercy on a broken old warrior and let us leave.
Okay.
Let's go.
And we got another level up there. You got her Reeve ability. Smart has a new outfit. And then, you know, our assault rifle damage, and we got 30 grand. Not too bad for literally not having to do anything other than pass speech checks, right guys? And then that right there, the 32 Paragon. So you see, we're basically right there at max. We'll go ahead and get max energy drain for Thane. We're just going to continue to leave his. And then for Samara, gonna do Reeve, and then we'll do throw. Pull is pretty not good, just because again it only works once you've dropped everybody's defenses, so it's like a good follow-up, but most of the people who have it are like short range, so unless you have two long range people, you're not really ever going to be able to use it too much. Now if you're on like lower difficulties and the enemies don't have the same amount of defenses up and things like that, then completely different. But on Insanity, everybody has defenses, nobody's just sitting there with only HP, so not really the best. I don't think we get any other mess in the sea. Oh yes, so then you remember that we save Tombs. He then sends you a very angry email about how he's going to find a merc team and kill any Cerberus that he can find. And then we'll
Commander,
just
you've received a new message at your private
go
terminal.
on over here and do our research for the assault rifle. And then that is gonna be it for what we can do right now. Like I said, since we're not really using much, we'll use grunt here in a minute, so we'll go ahead and we'll get that. And like I said, in the next one will probably be
Thane would like to speak.
oh, okay, well if Thane wants to talk to us, we'll go get Thane's loyalty mission, and then we'll go ahead and wrap this one up for you guys. And so then we'll probably be doing Tally in the next one, and then since we'll be at max, I'll just kind of pick whatever we want to do from there. Probably go Tally, then do Garrus and Thane, and then do Grunt and Morden, and then Jack and Zaid. But what's up, Thane?
Shepard.
What's going on?
Is there something wrong?
Yes. Now that you are here, though, it seems more difficult to talk about.
Is it your illness?
Are you feeling sick? I could get the doctor.
No. Though I suppose that is a part of it. My mortality has me dwelling on things. I had a family once. I still have a son. His name is Kolyat. I haven't seen him for a very long time.
Had a family?
Did something happen to them?
I abandoned them. Oh, not all at once. Nothing dramatic, no sneaking out in the middle of the night, no final argument or slammed door. I just did my job. I hunted and killed across the galaxy. Away on business, my wife would tell people. I was always away on business.
Last meeting?
How long has it been since you talked?
10 years. He showed me some of his schoolwork and asked if we could dance crazy. We did that when he was younger.
Dance crazy?
What sort of dance is that?
I checked my extranet contacts. I expect an update on my next target. The console plays music, old, unfashionable. Kolyat jumps into the room. My father runs around in circles. I scoop him up, toss him into the air. He shrieks, laughs, spin me. The console beeps. I put him down. Click the message. Father, he pleads, tugs my sleeve. I need to read this, I say. I don't look at him.
That's not what I expected.
You never mentioned this before. Why now?
When my wife departed from her body, I attended to that issue. I left Kolyat in the care of his aunts and uncles. I have not seen him or talked to him since.
Why didn't you take him?
That's not the choice I expected. Why didn't you raise him yourself?
My body is blessed with the skills to take life. The Hanar honed them in me. I have few others. I didn't want that life for Kolyat. I hoped he would find his own way. If he hated me, so be it. He would not have shared the path of sin. I used my contacts to trace Kolyat. He has become disconnected. He does what his body wills.
He's become what?
You'll have to explain that one to me.
Disconnected. The body is not our true self. The soul is. Body and soul work as one in a whole person. When the soul is weakened by despair or fear, when the body is ill or injured, the individual is disconnected, no longer whole.
Why is Kolyat disconnected?
What's wrong with him? Is he hurt?
Something happened that should not have. He knows where I've been, what I've done. I don't know his reasons, but he has gone to the Citadel. He's taken a job as a hitman. I would like your help to stop him. This is not a path he should walk.
And so then you can ask about this, but really it's gonna go and you can get all the information once you get there on the mission, but we'll stop him, don't worry, buddy.
I'll get us to the Citadel as soon as possible.
Thank you, Shepard. I'll be meditating until you need me.
But like I was saying, that is where we're going to go ahead and end today's episode, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to help the channel and the series grow. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.